Tonight, the Law Factor Live is celebrating achievement. Yours, mine, my guests. Wonderful things happen when you plan, and we become overwhelmed when we don't plan and something wonderful happens. So stay with us for a feel-good show on tonight's The Law Factor Live.
The views expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and in no way represent those of DBS and are not intended to determine decision-making processes. The Law Factor Live is produced by Delia Dollar Productions and Consultancy and sponsored by Paradise Water, EC Global Insurance, Quartz St. Lucia Limited, Infinity Color Shop, Ference Dairy, Star Publishing, Transit TV, Sea Island Cotton Shop, Chart House, Rodney Bay Medical Center, Ladera Resort.
Welcome to The Law Factor Live. I'm Delia Delore. Tonight, The Law Factor Live celebrates its 100th program on DBS. Yay, how time flies. So tonight we're giving away cash. Yes, $100 cash to our The Law Factor fans. And we're going to reminisce. We're going to talk about 100 years of achievements from DFL to fashion and history. On the DFL set tonight, some of our sponsors and our #1 DFF fans. I'll explain that sentence later. But first, I'd like to welcome Judith Verity from Rainforest Hideaway and Kenrick Norville from Odd Jobs St. Lucia. Good night. Welcome, both of you, to The Law Factor Live.
Okay.
And first of all, I have to say, thank you for your sponsorship. And you're our newest sponsor, Kenrick, so thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
And Judith, well, you've been with us from
for
a very long time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
100 shows.
I know, isn't that amazing?
That is really fantastic. I
really-
can't believe it.
Yeah.
And I remember, when you started.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit later. But, thank both of you for coming. And we're going to reminisce. We're going to talk about all types of things as well. And I hope that our viewers tonight can sometimes, think back to 100 years ago. Think about, our grandparents.
Come on, Delia.
Just think about but the achievements. The achievements. It's not about the age. It's about the achievements and the things that have happened. Most of them have been positive, but a lot of them have been negative stuff. But tonight is more as a free-for-all with all our sponsors coming, our The Law Factor fans coming. And, of course, you can contribute at home. Now, before we actually go into the show, I'd like to say to Thea Harvey, my assistant, Thea, I hope you get better soon. Poor girl was on her way to the studio, and we could see that she wasn't really well, and I'm really sad that it's our 100th program and she's not here with us on the set, but I do know her. I'm sure she's actually on the other side having a look and making sure everything is still okay, and I'm expecting a BB message from her any moment now, knowing her. So we all hope that you get well soon. That's from me and, of course, all our guests here tonight. Now, I'd like to say congratulations to Julia Griffith. She actually won $100 on last week's show. Julia has been one of our DFFs for a very long time now, so I'm really, really happy that she won that $100. And it just goes to show, when you're always watching this show, you always have something to look forward to. And I know she came in and she's going to be receiving her money shortly, because we wanted to make all the people who are going to win some money tonight and her there, so we can prove to everyone we are giving away. All right. Now, you can participate with us on the BlackBerry as well, which is what she did, and she won as well. Now, we'd also like to congratulate Nadine Phillip, also a DFF fan. She won $150 from Chart House Restaurant in Rodney Bay. Now, Nadine actually celebrated her son's 4th birthday last Friday by taking him to Chart House Restaurant, and there they are at Chart House, of course, in Rodney Bay, having a really wonderful time. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is to clarify something. Last week we spoke to you about Ladera, and the question we said that Ladera was the first resort in the Caribbean to introduce the open-air 3-wall concept. And what decade did this happen? Was the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s? And a lot of people, most people, said it was the 80s, but the answer was the 70s, because Dasheen was actually created by architect John DePaul in 1970, and he sold it in 1982. So in a way, you might think, well, that's a trick question, but the reason why we actually did that question is we wanted to make sure that you understood and realized that Ladera was the first hotel in St. Lucia and in the Caribbean, I believe, as well, to have this open-air 3-wall concept. So not many people got that right, but A. Edwards did. She was the winner, and she will receive brunch for 4 at the Dashin restaurant at Ladera on the 20th or the 27th of October, where they're celebrating Journée Creole. So of course, you know, she's going to have some wonderful St. Lucian food and the saltfish, and oh my gosh, and Ladera do some wonderful homemade desserts. So she's going to really enjoy herself. So forget any dessert that you're on, and make sure you have a wonderful time there. But congratulations to everyone. Now, as I said, you know, we're on our 100th program, and Judith mentioned something about the good old days, and we're going to be talking about that. But they're not going to escape because it's our 100th program. We have to stay true to form. So, of course, we have our 2 in a row questions. And Judith, I'm going to ask you yours first, ladies first. What is your favorite song?
My favorite song? My favorite song is the one actually that you couldn't find for me at the moment, and I heard it played on Radio St. Lucia again the other morning. It's the 23rd Psalm by the Nyabengi Tabernacle Choir. It's one of the most, it's such a beautiful hymn. I mean, it's a hauntingly beautiful hymn. But the way they do it, it brings you out in goosebumps. It's incredible. So if you ever get your hands on that recording, you should play it on the show.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
I will do that. And you know what? It was my intention to ask you to sing some of it, but because I know it,
Please don't.
I'm not going to ask. There's no way I'm going to subject the viewers to that, because that is a particular, I wouldn't say difficult. Well, it is difficult, but it's such a, you have to be very beautiful voices, you know.
Yeah,
you can't
absolutely.
just have any voice.
Some people can sing and some people can't. When I go to church, people complain if I do sing. So I really don't want to sing now, because it just, you know, for your 100th. And by the way, I'm a bit worried about the way you keep asking me about the olden days, because honestly, Delia, I know I'm old, but don't rub it in.
No, darling, no, darling, because I have to say, a lot of people, when I said to them, you know, I showed my granddaughter Savannah on the set a couple of weeks ago. We had a wonderful show with Impy Milner when we were talking about, you know, persons with special needs and how they were treated. And I had my granddaughter on set, and people were like, that's your granddaughter? She's so big, you know. So if that, I mean, I don't mind. You know, she calls me Nana, but if she wants to call me Granny, I don't mind. I don't care what she calls me. I don't care how old I am. I think it's life is what you make it.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
And I think that I'm like fine wine as I get older. but less about
you
me.
in the cellar and forget about you.
But less about me and more about my guests. So, Kerrick, I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite movie?
That would be Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually amazed you'd say that.
That was an amazing movie.
was,
I didn't
it
think
was.
I'd enjoy it, but it really
You did?
knocked me out.
Yeah.
It was like going through an emotional roller coaster. It was incredible.
What did you like about it? Why is it your favorite?
I think I like most of the graphics. I mean, how real they make these animations look. So that was one of the things that got me. And the color, the clarity, everything about the movie. I think the story was okay. I mean, I'm not so much for the violence, but, you know, it really brought back, you know, some sort of a beautiful garden kind of thing, because you saw those exquisite flowers.
Back to the Garden of Eden, wasn't it,
that
really?
kind of thing, yeah.
And although it was violent, it had a very strong moral message, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So who did you go to see it with?
My wife.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the children for some reason.
No, I
Is
think
it-
that's
it's a PG. It's a PG, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was an amazing film. But it's quite old now. It's older than you think it is, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
few years old, Avatar. Isn't
Maybe
it?
about a couple of years, maybe.
I think it's more than you think it is.
Probably more.
Yeah, I think it's more than
There
that.
is a kids' movie
It's a kids'
called
mo- ye-
Epic. No, there is
yes.
a kids that's kind of similar. but a
No,
children's.
Avatar, I know. It's older than you
Mm.
think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting choice. Our painting on set this week is an original canvas. It's titled Still Life Heliconia. It's by Arnold Toulon, and this painting is available from the inner gallery, which is at the Bois Highway, well, the highway and Bois section of it. And of course, the inner gallery is St. Lucia's premier art and picture framing gallery located along the Bois Highway, and office space is also available for rent in the inner gallery building along the Bois Highway, where parking is easy. You can call 457-8728, that's 457-8728 for more details on office space rental in the inner gallery building. Now, I know you've been waiting for this. Our giveaway tonight is actually just going to be for Dual Factor fans. So if you haven't been participating throughout our 100 programs, you won't be able to do it now. This is what's going to be happening tonight, all right? Now, in fact, I'm going to do something. Before we select our first 100 winner, here's a giveaway that may interest you. If you celebrate Jeanette Creole with Farron's, and you can actually win a 3-litre tub of your choice by creating a dessert that uses any flavour of Farron's ice cream and up to 2 local fruits of your choice. Then name it. You send your recipe to giveaways@delawfactorlive.com. The winner will also be filmed with Charthouse Restaurant's chef Lance Mathran creating the dessert. And the deadline for submissions is midday the 25th of October. So that's next Friday. So what you do is you create a recipe using Farron's ice cream and up to 2 local fruits and send it to giveaways@delawfactorlive.com, and the deadline is next Friday. When we come back, we're going to start giving away $100 bills. So you make sure you stay with us. This is DBS and we'll be back soon.